Success in business begins with vision, the ability to see possibilities that others overlook, and the confidence to pursue them relentlessly. In deal-making, preparation is the foundation on which all achievement rests. Understanding the market, anticipating opportunities, and knowing the players are the first steps toward leverage deals are rarely won by chance. They are crafted through strategy, foresight, and careful timing. Observation becomes a critical tool. Every detail in a negotiation, body language, tone, the arrangement of a room, even the pauses in conversation carries information that can shape outcomes. Recognizing patterns, identifying motives, and reading between the lines allows decisions that maximize value. Every successful deal contains a balance of assertiveness and awareness, pushing forward while remaining attuned to shifting circumstances. Risk management is central. Boldness is necessary, but calculated boldness separates opportunists from true deal-makers. Assessing potential gains and losses, understanding the dynamics of each opportunity, and acting decisively when timing is optimal transforms uncertainty into advantage. A successful negotiator does not seek safety. Instead, risk is a tool to be measured, structured, and leveraged. Persistence shapes results. Deals often take longer than expected, and unexpected obstacles are inevitable. Resilience in the face of setbacks is not merely an advantage, it is a requirement. Strategic persistence means maintaining focus, revisiting opportunities, and adapting approaches until desired outcomes are reached. Every successful negotiation reflects not only intelligence but endurance and the ability to see it through to completion. Preparation extends beyond immediate details. Understanding goals, limits, and desired outcomes ensures clarity in every discussion. This self-awareness, paired with comprehensive knowledge of the other party's interests, allows for informed concessions, persuasive arguments, and controlled negotiations. Flexibility within a framework of clarity allows deals to progress while maintaining alignment with overarching objectives. Reputation and branding influence outcomes silently but powerfully. Credibility, long before discussions begin, creates opportunities. Deals are easier when others anticipate competence and confidence. The perception of strength and professionalism shapes the environment in which negotiations occur, often before a single word is spoken. Leverage is cultivated through relationships, information, and timing, recognizing positions relative to others, identifying needs and pressures, and choosing the precise moment to act amplifies effectiveness. Leverage shifts with circumstances, and the most successful operators remain aware of its ebb and flow, adjusting strategies to maximize advantage. Communication is a tool and a weapon. Clarity, brevity, and confidence create influence. Effective deal-makers speak deliberately, listen carefully, and use every statement strategically. Persuasion comes from aligning language with intent and structure, creating a dialogue that guides outcomes subtly but decisively. Silence, timing, and emphasis are as critical as the words themselves. Negotiation is often psychological. Understanding the motives, fears, and desires of others allows proposals that resonate and gain acceptance. Emotional intelligence is as important as analytical ability. Reading subtle cues transforms ordinary agreements into exceptional outcomes. Knowing when to push, when to yield, and when to pause creates the rhythm of successful deals. Every deal contains a story. Recognizing the narrative allows control, identifying the arc of interests, anticipating counterarguments, and shaping perceptions of fairness constructs agreements that satisfy both sides while achieving maximum benefit. This narrative approach turns complex transactions into structured, manageable, and predictable processes. Time is a resource often underestimated. Acting decisively when conditions are right and exercising patience when leverage must mature distinguishes skilled negotiators from the impulsive timing coupled with preparation. And strategic vision ensures opportunities are captured rather than lost. Every moment can be an advantage or a setback. Awareness of this dynamic is critical. Innovation and creativity enhance outcomes. Thinking beyond conventional solutions, exploring alternatives, and presenting unique structures often open possibilities that others cannot see. Creativity in deal-making is not merely aesthetic. It creates value that can transform marginal opportunities into significant gains. Discipline, focus, and organization underpin all of the above. Without systematic preparation, strategic thinking, and consistent execution, Even the most brilliant concepts fail the ability to manage multiple moving parts, maintain attention on key objectives, and enforce standards of quality separates successful dealmakers from those overwhelmed by complexity. Negotiations are inherently iterative. Each round of discussion provides information, reveals priorities, and offers opportunities to adjust tactics. Viewing negotiations as a dynamic process rather than a one-time event allows flexibility, adaptation, and mastery. Iteration combined with attention to detail ensures final agreements reflect optimal balance of interests. Observation of market trends, competitors, and broader economic conditions informs strategy. Awareness of external forces, whether financial, political, or social, allows positioning of deals advantageously. Insight into trends, timing, and opportunities ensures decisions are anticipatory rather than reactive. Finally, vision must translate into execution. Planning and strategy are meaningless. Without decisive action, deals are won by those willing to take initiative, manage complexity, and see opportunities through to completion. Every principle: preparation, observation, negotiation, leverage, communication, persistence culminates in execution. It is in action that potential becomes results. Success in deal-making combines strategy, preparation, insight, persistence, and action. Each component reinforces the other. Vision guides, focus preparation, enables leverage communication, builds influence, and execution transforms opportunity into achievement. Mastery of these interconnected elements allows not only financial success, but the development of a mindset capable of navigating complex challenges in any high-stakes environment. Negotiation is a delicate balance of power and perception. Understanding the other party's motivations, pressures, and constraints creates an opportunity to structure offers that are mutually appealing yet strategically advantageous. Every move is calculated. Timing matters more than words when leverage exists. It can shift outcomes. In subtle ways, reading reactions, interpreting pauses, and assessing responses allows adjustments that increase the probability of success. Psychology plays a central role in deal making. The perception of confidence can be as powerful as actual strength. Projecting certainty creates trust, and authority hesitation signals weakness and can undermine even favorable terms. Controlling demeanor, managing tone, and maintaining poise under pressure becomes a tool to guide conversations toward favorable conclusions. Boldness is rewarded when it is tempered with preparation and insight. Taking risks without strategy is reckless, but calculated audacity can transform opportunities into monumental outcomes. Understanding when to act decisively and when to hold back is a skill developed through experience, observation, and reflection. Successful dealmakers identify windows of opportunity and move decisively, exploiting timing and leverage to maximize results. Every deal involves a negotiation of expectations. The framing of proposals influences acceptance, presenting options that highlight benefits while minimizing perceived costs, aligns interests, and creates momentum. Careful wording, repetition of key points, and emphasis on value reinforce the desirability of offers. The narrative surrounding the deal can enhance perceived fairness and create long-term goodwill. Observation of market trends, competitors, and broader economic indicators informs strategy. Monitoring shifts in supply, demand, regulation, and public sentiment allows anticipation of opportunities and threats. Timing, expansions, investments, or concessions according to trends ensures advantage over less prepared participants. Intelligence gathering. An analysis becomes a cornerstone of informed decision-making. Persistence shapes outcomes. When initial attempts encounter resistance, revisiting discussions, adjusting terms, and maintaining engagement demonstrates commitment and reliability, while signaling strength. Consistent follow-through ensures that deals progress even in the face of obstacles. Setbacks are reframed as learning opportunities. Strategies are refined and approaches adapted to achieve the intended results. Relationships underpin leverage. Understanding interpersonal dynamics, cultivating networks of influence, and maintaining credibility enhances negotiating position. Alliances and connections create avenues for information access and support. These relationships are nurtured through trust, integrity, and reliability, creating a foundation that extends influence beyond individual deals. Preparation is iterative and multidimensional research into property, market, legal frameworks, financial structures, and counterpart backgrounds reduces uncertainty and informs strategy scenario planning, and contingency assessment enables proactive responses to unexpected developments, anticipation of objections, and readiness with solutions strengthens negotiating power. Knowledge is the armor that transforms risk into opportunity. Communication strategy integrates clarity, brevity, and timing, articulating intentions succinctly while emphasizing mutual benefit enhances. Receptivity, framing arguments logically and presenting data effectively supports persuasion, choice of words. Tone and pacing aligns perception with desired outcomes, listening attentively and responding. Strategically guides the direction of discussions, creating favorable alignment. Every decision carries risk. The management of uncertainty differentiates skilled operators from the inexperienced, understanding potential consequences, assessing upside and downside, balancing aggression with caution, creates calculated opportunities. Bold initiatives must be weighed against preparedness over extension risks. Undermining advantage, yet strategic courage accelerates progress and unlocks value that passive approaches cannot achieve. Adaptability reinforces success. Flexibility in tactics allows rapid response to evolving circumstances, reading subtle cues, shifts in behavior, and adjusting strategies maintains leverage and prevents stagnation. Creativity in problem solving introduces novel approaches often unanticipated by competitors. Alternative structures, concessions, or incentives can transform challenging situations into mutually advantageous agreements. Reflection and analysis enhance future performance. Reviewing outcomes, identifying successes and failures, distills lessons into actionable strategies. Patterns in negotiation approaches inform refinement. Continuous learning cultivates intuition, judgment, and foresight. The mind trained to evaluate past performance anticipates future opportunities and mitigates. Repeated errors, efficiency, and insight emerge through deliberate evaluation. Branding and public perception influence outcomes. Indirectly yet powerfully cultivating a reputation for reliability, professionalism, and strategic competence establishes credibility. Anticipation of perception impacts behavior from counterparts, enhances negotiating advantage. Consistent presentation of capability and authority attracts better opportunities and reinforces leverage across interactions. Time management underpins strategic execution. Prioritization of critical tasks, allocation of attention and resources ensures that opportunities are addressed efficiently. Recognizing when to accelerate processes and when to exercise patience preserves advantage. The perception of urgency can shape responses, yet measured timing enhances the likelihood of favorable resolution. Execution converts strategy into results. Preparation, analysis, and observation provide insight, but decisive action solidifies outcomes. Implementing plans, managing complexity, and driving initiatives to completion embodies the essence of successful deal-making. Every element from negotiation to leverage to communication culminates in practical achievement. Tangible outcomes validate strategic choices. Persistence combined with resilience maintains momentum even in complex multi-party agreements. Obstacles provide information resistance, refine strategy challenges, reveal gaps that can be addressed through creative solutions. The iterative process of negotiation, refinement, and follow-through ensures that objectives are met through steady and deliberate effort. Each step builds upon the last, creating compounding advantage. Influence extends beyond individual deals. Understanding power dynamics, the interplay of interests and the perception of authority shapes outcomes, consistently reinforcing credibility and demonstrating. Strategic competence amplifies long-term impact. Relationships built on trust and demonstrated ability produce recurring opportunities. Leverage grows as reputation consolidates. These factors combine to create a framework for sustained achievement. Strategic vision integrates preparation, observation, leverage, negotiation, risk management, communication, and execution into a coherent approach. Anticipating trends, positioning resources effectively, and aligning objectives with market realities ensures that actions are deliberate, impactful, and directed toward value creation. Mastery of these interconnected components transforms opportunities into results, establishing a pattern of success that extends across ventures. Strategic thinking is the cornerstone of high-stakes negotiation understanding. The interplay of opportunity timing and leverage allows decisions that maximize value. Anticipating moves from competitors and counterparts creates a proactive rather than reactive approach. Foresight transforms uncertainty into advantage and positions the dealmaker to act decisively when conditions are favorable. Decision-making is enhanced through structured analysis. Assessing potential outcomes, evaluating risks, and weighing trade-offs ensures that actions are deliberate, and calculated emotion without direction undermines judgment. Systematic evaluation of variables provides clarity and reduces the likelihood of costly mistakes. Rapid decisions emerge from preparation and understanding rather than impulse. Influence is cultivated through credibility, consistency, and perception. Projecting confidence in words and actions establishes authority. The ability to persuade relies on alignment of intent, communication, and observed behavior. Subtle adjustments in tone, timing, and delivery enhance receptiveness. Strategic presentation of proposals frames negotiations favorably and guides responses toward desired outcomes. Complex negotiations benefit from contingency planning, identifying possible objections, alternatives, and fallback positions. Creates flexibility. The ability to pivot maintains leverage when circumstances shift. Multiple approaches and layered strategies ensure that progress continues despite unexpected developments. Adaptability is a defining trait of effective negotiators and allows sustained advantage in dynamic environments. Observation extends beyond the immediate negotiation. Reading body language, tone, and microexpressions reveals intentions and priorities. Attentiveness to context, situational cues, and nonverbal signals informs responsive strategy. The capacity to interpret subtle signals can prevent misunderstandings, uncover hidden agendas, and create openings for favorable agreements. Persistence reinforces influence. Repeated engagement, consistent follow-through, and reliable delivery. In straight commitment, reliability, and competence. Obstacles encountered are treated as information opportunities to refine strategy and deepen understanding. Challenges are reframed as pathways to stronger outcomes. The iterative process strengthens resilience and consolidates learning. Preparation is multidimensional. Knowledge of the market, competitors, financial structures, and counterpart motivations reduces uncertainty and empowers action. Scenario analysis anticipates challenges and informs contingencies. Resource management ensures that leverage is maintained. Attention is focused on high-value actions. Preparation provides the foundation on which bold moves are executed. Risk-taking is measured and deliberate. Understanding potential reward balanced against exposure ensures calculated audacity. Bold initiatives are supported by insight and analysis. Impulsive risk is avoided. Yet strategic courage creates disproportionate outcomes. Assessing timing, opportunity, and capacity enables effective deployment of initiative. Risk becomes an instrument rather than a hazard. Communication aligns strategy with perception. Clarity, precision, and confidence enhance persuasive capacity. Effective negotiators structure statements, logically emphasize value, and manage delivery. Tone and pacing to reinforce desired responses. Listening attentively to feedback and adjusting language ensures engagement and alignment. Communication is a dynamic tool shaping both understanding and behavior. Relationship management underpins leverage. Strong professional networks cultivated through trust, reciprocity, and reliability expand access to information and opportunities. Maintaining credibility reinforces authority. Alliances and partnerships provide additional influence channels. Strategic engagement strengthens positioning across multiple interactions. Relationships are investments that compound over time, enhancing negotiating power. Time management ensures that actions are efficient and aligned with priorities. Recognizing the moments to act decisively and the moments to wait allows optimal leverage. Allocation of focus resources and energy maintains momentum. Attention to critical variables accelerates progress, while minimizing distractions. Patience combined with urgency positions deals for maximum advantage. Execution converts preparation, strategy, and insight into tangible outcomes. Decisive action transforms planning into results. Managing complexity and coordinating multiple elements ensures that intentions are realized. Systematic follow through consolidates gains and reinforces credibility. Iterative implementation ensures that agreements are realized efficiently and effectively. Branding and perception extend influence beyond the immediate deal, projecting competence, authority, and reliability, cultivates a reputation that shapes expectations and responses consistent behavior, reinforces credibility, and attracts advantageous opportunities. Perception becomes a strategic asset influencing both direct interactions and broader market dynamics. Reflection enhances future performance evaluation of prior actions, outcomes, and decisions. Distills lessons into improved strategies, recognizing patterns in successes and failures, strengthens intuition, judgment, and foresight. Continuous learning refines mental models and prepares for complex scenarios, improving agility and decision-making over time. Adaptability is a hallmark of sustained success. Flexibility and approach responsiveness to changing conditions and openness to alternative solutions ensures continued leverage. The capacity to pivot strategies or tactics enhances resilience and allows consistent progress even in volatile environments. Creative problem-solving generates value in unexpected ways and turns potential setbacks into opportunities. Vision integrates preparation, execution, communication, and influence into a coherent strategy, anticipating trends, opportunities, and threats. Positions actions strategically aligning objectives with market realities, maximizes impact. Coordinated implementation ensures that vision is translated into concrete achievement. Synergy between components amplifies effectiveness and produces compounding results over successive engagements. Negotiation and deal-making mastery emerges from the combination of observation, analysis, persistence, communication, preparation, risk management, and execution. These interrelated skills reinforce each other. Effective application produces outcomes that exceed initial expectations. Confidence, competence, and credibility multiply influence systematically applied across interactions. Boldness supported by insight differentiates. Successful deal-makers' decisive action executed at the right moment can transform opportunities significantly. Hesitation or uncertainty reduces potential impact. Experience and reflection cultivate the judgment required to discern the optimal moment for initiative. Timing magnifies the effect of effort and knowledge. Strategic leverage grows from relationships. Preparation and reputation awareness of counterpart priorities and pressures allows for informed interventions. Leveraging assets skillfully amplifies negotiating power. Multiple sources of leverage combined enhance ability to shape agreements and secure advantageous terms. Influence extends beyond single interactions, producing cumulative advantage over time. Real-world deal examples illustrate the integration of preparation, observation, negotiation, and execution. Each opportunity approached with a clear, objective, thorough research and anticipation of challenges. Maximizes potential value. Strategic creativity transforms conventional agreements into high-yield outcomes. Analyzing prior transactions identifies patterns that inform future decisions. Every deal becomes a case study for refining approach and enhancing results. Media and public perception influence outcomes indirectly yet powerfully. Consistent communication, branding, and positioning establish credibility before discussions begin. Public awareness and reputation shape counterpart expectations, projecting confidence, competence, and professionalism enhances. Negotiating leverage. Perception becomes a strategic instrument shaping both immediate interactions and broader opportunities. Strategic visibility reinforces authority and attracts advantageous possibilities. Mindset underpins every decision and action. Clarity of purpose. Focus on long-term objectives and disciplined execution cultivates the mental framework for sustained success. Resilience in the face of obstacles maintains momentum. Challenges are reframed as opportunities for growth. Setbacks provide feedback that informs strategy and strengthens judgment. A mindset attuned to opportunity, risk, and adaptability enhances both speed and precision in decision-making. Persistence and resilience create cumulative advantage. Repeated engagement, follow-through, and reliability signal commitment, credibility, and strength. Long-term projects and negotiations benefit from endurance. The ability to revisit opportunities, adjust strategies, and maintain engagement ensures eventual realization of objectives. Obstacles encountered are reframed as learning moments and pathways for strategic refinement. Persistent application of principles solidifies skill and maximizes outcomes. Leadership and team management amplify effectiveness. A dealmaker operates not in isolation. Collaboration with skilled professionals leverages complementary strengths. Delegation of responsibilities while maintaining oversight ensures execution is consistent. And efficient cultivating talent within teams increases capacity for handling complex multi-layered projects. Effective leadership combines vision, strategic guidance, and motivational influence, inspiring teams to achieve shared objectives while maintaining alignment with overarching goals. Strategic vision integrates multiple dimensions, anticipating market trends, identifying opportunities, leveraging information and resources, coordinating execution, and aligning stakeholders toward common objectives, maximizes impact. Every component reinforces others. Preparation informs. Insight observation guides. Strategy execution converts analysis into tangible results. Synergy between planning, leadership, and tactical action produces outcomes that exceed expectations and establishes a repeatable framework for future success. Risk management remains a constant consideration, evaluating potential gains and losses, balancing bold initiatives with preparedness ensures opportunities are exploited without overexposure. Understanding the dynamic interplay of risk, timing, leverage, and execution allows decisive action that produces high reward. Calculated risk differentiates effective dealmakers from those constrained by hesitation or lack of insight. Decision-making under pressure emphasizes clarity, focus, and structured thought. Analysis of variables, consideration of alternatives, anticipation of reactions, and strategic judgment ensures that choices maximize advantage. Maintaining composure under stress sustains cognitive performance and enhances the ability to respond rapidly and effectively. Experience, coupled with reflection, cultivates intuition, enabling informed, rapid decisions in complex scenarios. Adaptability enhances resilience, flexibility in approach, responsiveness to evolving circumstances, openness to creative solutions, maintains advantage even in volatile conditions, ability to pivot strategies or tactics ensures continued progress. Unexpected obstacles become opportunities for innovative problem-solving, adjustment and realignment, preserve leverage and prevent stagnation, creating a foundation for long-term strategic success. Every interaction, transaction, and negotiation contributes to reputation. Consistent demonstration of competence, integrity, and strategic acumen builds credibility. Perception of reliability influences counterpart expectations. Establishing trust facilitates smoother negotiations. Repeated demonstration of skill strengthens professional networks, creating cumulative advantage over successive engagements. Reputation becomes a strategic asset, extending influence beyond single transactions. Strategic leverage arises from awareness, observation, preparation, and relational dynamics. Understanding counterpart priorities, pressures, and incentives allows interventions that enhance position. Multiple sources of leverage combined amplify ability to shape outcomes. Awareness of shifting conditions allows adjustment of tactics. Maintaining advantage. Cumulative application of leverage over time produces compounding results and long-term influence beyond immediate deals. Execution translates strategy into results. Effective implementation of plans, management of complexity, coordination of moving parts, follow through on commitments, converts insight and preparation into achievement. Systematic application of principles ensures consistency, precision, and effectiveness. Iterative refinement consolidates gains and reinforces credibility, creating a track record of measurable accomplishment. Innovation and creativity introduce differentiation in negotiations, identifying alternative structures, proposing novel solutions, and reframing challenges as opportunities. Produces value beyond conventional expectations. Creative approaches transform marginal deals into high-impact agreements. Lateral thinking expands options and enhances adaptability. Flexibility in thought allows responsiveness to unexpected developments, producing favorable outcomes under dynamic conditions. Reflection and continuous learning sustain long-term mastery. Evaluation of prior deals, analysis of successes, failures, and adjustment of strategies embeds lessons into future practice. Awareness of patterns and repeated application of principles enhances intuition, judgment, and foresight. Learning becomes a compounding factor, strengthening decision-making and negotiating ability over time. Branding, communication, and visibility reinforce influence, strategic presentation of achievements, messaging, clarity, consistency, and public engagement establish authority. Visibility supports negotiation, leverage perception management enhances credibility, public awareness amplifies reputation, and increases opportunities. Strategic positioning magnifies impact and facilitates advantageous interactions. Daily habits shape long-term results. Disciplined routines reinforce strategic clarity. Focus on priorities and consistent execution strengthens decision-making. Mental preparation each morning establishes intention. Energy management ensures sustained productivity. Attention to critical tasks over trivial matters maximizes impact. Consistent review and planning aligns short-term actions with long-term objectives, creating a rhythm that supports sustained performance. Focus amplifies leverage. Concentration on high-value opportunities enables rapid assessment and decisive action. Filtering distractions and maintaining attention on objectives increases efficiency. Clarity of purpose allows selection of deals and initiatives with maximum potential. Prioritization is strategic. Focus is cultivated through deliberate practice and conscious decision-making. Awareness of mental bandwidth ensures energy is applied where it produces greatest return. Boldness distinguishes opportunity from inaction. Calculated audacity accelerates outcomes, recognizing windows of opportunity, and acting decisively transforms potential into achievement. Courage is informed by preparation, insight, and understanding. Impulsive risk is avoided. While strategic initiative generates disproportionate results, bold decisions inspire confidence in teams, partners, and counterparts, and signals strength in negotiations. Timing amplifies the effect of action and transforms leverage into tangible gains. Psychological strategies shape negotiation outcomes. Understanding motivations, pressures, and emotional states allows framing of proposals that align interests. Persuasion emerges from credibility. Perception, alignment of language and action, subtle cues guide responses. Strategic empathy anticipates objections, anticipates reactions, and creates pathways for agreement. Emotional intelligence enhances responsiveness and ensures that influence is applied effectively without confrontation. Decision frameworks support clarity under complexity. Structured approaches provide repeatable methods for analysis, evaluation, and choice. Defining objectives, mapping options, assessing trade-offs, and establishing criteria for success ensures informed action. Frameworks reduce uncertainty, accelerate cognition, and facilitate rapid adjustments. When conditions shift, strategic models provide mental templates that enhance consistency, adaptability, and overall effectiveness. Learning from feedback strengthens future performance. Evaluation of outcomes, identification of effective tactics, and recognition of errors embeds lessons into practice. Reflection transforms experience into intuition. Repeated application consolidates judgment and enhances forecasting ability. Cumulative learning increases speed of assessment and confidence of execution. Successful negotiators leverage reflection to anticipate challenges and refine approach continuously, improving decision quality and strategic agility. Persistence integrated with strategic patience ensures that objectives are realized, obstacles and delays are interpreted as information to refine approaches. Iterative engagement reinforces credibility, reliability, and competence, demonstrates commitment. Long-term vision is maintained through continued effort, adaptation, and resilience. Perseverance transforms temporary setbacks into long-term advantage. Cultivating endurance ensures that momentum is sustained over multiple rounds of negotiation or extended projects. Leadership principles enhance collective performance. Delegation of responsibility, aligned with accountability, enables efficiency. Teams operate at higher capacity when guided by clear vision. Mentorship and direction cultivates skill within the organization, inspiring commitment, and performance. Guidance amplifies the impact of strategic action, influencing both internal and external stakeholders. Consistent leadership establishes credibility, reinforces culture, and optimizes execution across all areas of operation. Negotiation frameworks integrate preparation, observation, leverage, timing, communication, and execution, into coherent strategies, identification of priority objectives, constraints, and alternative structures discussions to maximize favorable outcomes. Scenario planning anticipates countermoves and positions negotiators to respond effectively iterative. Negotiation cycles refine approach and capitalize on emerging opportunities. Strategic frameworks transform complex multi-party interactions into manageable and advantageous processes. Information management enhances decision-making, systematic collection analysis, and organization of relevant data informs strategy, reduces uncertainty, and supports rapid responses. Accurate intelligence on market trends, counterparts, positions, and conditions strengthens leverage. Understanding the value and timing of information allows proactive rather than reactive engagement and ensures that negotiation is informed by a comprehensive perspective. Execution converts strategy into measurable results. Consistent implementation, coordination of tasks, and oversight of details ensures that planned actions produce intended outcomes. Follow through on commitments consolidates credibility and reinforces relationships. Execution requires integration of preparation, insight, and judgment, translating potential into achievement. Iterative refinement and continuous monitoring maintain alignment with objectives and optimize efficiency. Influence extends through networks, reputation, and demonstrated capability, establishing trust, reliability, and competence in multiple interactions. Expands authority. Influence is cumulative credibility and demonstrated skill in prior engagements. Amplifies negotiating power. Strategic cultivation of relationships creates a foundation for future opportunities and sustained advantage. Innovation in approach differentiates outcomes. Creative structuring of deals, adaptive problem-solving, and unconventional solutions expand possibilities. Lateral thinking identifies value that may be overlooked by others. Responsiveness to evolving conditions transforms challenges into opportunities. Inventive approaches maintain leverage even in complex and unpredictable environments, generating agreements that maximize benefits for all parties involved. Reflection and ongoing learning solidify mastery. Systematic review of prior engagements, lessons learned, and pattern recognition inform continuous refinement. Iterative application enhances intuition, judgment, and foresight. Learning is compounded through experience. Deliberate analysis embeds strategic insight into cognitive frameworks, anticipating challenges, evaluating options, and optimizing responses. Strengthens both speed and quality of decision-making. Branding, perception, and visibility influence external and internal interactions. Consistent demonstration of professionalism, authority, and competence establishes reputation. Perception informs counterpart behavior. Strategic communication shapes expectations, enhances credibility, and amplifies influence. Strategic visibility attracts opportunities, reinforces leverage, and contributes to long-term success, reinforcing the interplay between personal conduct, strategy, and public perception. Real estate deals exemplify the integration of preparation, observation, negotiation, and execution. High-value properties are identified through careful research, understanding of market cycles, and anticipation of emerging trends. Due diligence ensures informed assessment of potential risks and rewards. Opportunities are structured, creatively leveraging financing, timing, and partnerships to maximize value. Strategic insight transforms conventional acquisitions into landmark successes. Lessons from each transaction inform future approaches. Patterns of negotiation and strategic positioning are refined through repeated experience. Media perception and public visibility influence business outcomes even outside direct negotiations. Consistent messaging, branding, and positioning establish credibility before discussions begin. Perception shapes counterpart expectations. Projecting competence, professionalism, and confidence enhances leverage. Public engagement reinforces authority and attracts opportunities. Strategic control of narrative amplifies influence and facilitates smoother interactions. Credibility extended through visibility becomes a strategic asset, multiplying advantage across deals. Mindset determines consistency and resilience. Disciplined focus on long-term objectives ensures sustained effort across complex and extended projects. Persistence in the face of challenges converts obstacles into lessons. Mental clarity and strategic awareness enhance the capacity to act decisively. Preparation converts uncertainty into actionable insight. Setbacks are reframed as information shaping future strategy continuous. Evaluation cultivates intuition and judgment, enabling rapid, informed decisions under pressure. Personal discipline reinforces all operational elements. Routine planning, prioritization of high-value tasks, energy management, and regular review maintain momentum and effectiveness. Consistent practices strengthen execution and focus attention on opportunities with greatest potential. Repetition of effective habits reinforces performance across deals. Daily reflection ensures alignment with overarching goals and maintains clarity in decision-making. Continuous development of skills and knowledge supports adaptive strategies in dynamic markets. Negotiation tactics integrate psychological insight, structured planning, and strategic creativity. Understanding counterpart objectives, pressures, and incentives allows proposals to be framed advantageously. Effective communication combines clarity, persuasion, and timing. Tone and delivery influence perception and response. Anticipation of objections and counterarguments enables proactive positioning. Flexibility ensures leverage is maintained even as circumstances shift. Adaptive approaches transform challenging interactions into mutually beneficial agreements. Risk-taking is calculated and informed. Assessment of potential gains, balanced against exposure, ensures initiatives maximize value. Bold decisions, executed with preparation and insight, generate disproportionate results. Impulsive risk is minimized. Strategic courage accelerates outcomes. Timing and context amplify effective action. Resource management and contingency planning mitigate exposure, reinforcing effectiveness of initiative. Leadership amplifies impact. Coordination of skilled teams, delegation with accountability, oversight, and guidance ensures efficient execution. Collaborative effort leverages complementary strengths. Talent cultivation enhances capacity for handling complex, multi-layered projects. Leadership aligns vision, strategy, and performance, motivating teams to achieve shared objectives. Consistent direction establishes credibility, reinforces culture, and optimizes results across operational domains. Strategic vision synthesizes observation, analysis, preparation, execution, and influence, anticipating market trends, and aligning resources, positions, actions advantageously. Integration of long-term objectives with tactical decision-making ensures that efforts maximize impact. Synergy across strategy, leadership, and execution produces compounding results, reinforcing patterns of success and enabling scalable application across multiple ventures. Influence expands through networks. Reputation and demonstrated competence, trust, and reliability in multiple interactions build authority. Sustained engagement strengthens relationships. Leverage is cumulative. Strategic cultivation of alliances, partnerships, and contacts extends capacity to shape outcomes. Multiple sources of leverage combined amplify ability to negotiate favorable terms. Long-term positioning benefits from the accumulation of credibility, skill, and insight across engagements. Innovation differentiates outcomes. Adaptive problem-solving, creative deal structuring, and unconventional solutions identify hidden value. Responsiveness to evolving conditions transforms challenges into opportunities. Lateral thinking expands the range of possible agreements. Inventive approaches enhance negotiation effectiveness and produce high-impact results, maximizing benefit for all involved parties. Reflection and continuous learning consolidate mastery. Systematic review of actions, outcomes, and strategies embeds lessons into mental models. Iterative practice strengthens intuition, judgment, and foresight. Pattern recognition informs anticipation of challenges. Analysis improves evaluation of options and effectiveness of responses. Cumulative learning enhances speed, quality, and precision in both thinking and execution across negotiations. Branding and public perception reinforce strategic advantage. Consistent demonstration of professionalism, authority, and competence establishes credibility. Influencing counterpart behavior. Strategic communication and visibility shape expectations, enhance leverage, and attract opportunities. Perception management becomes a strategic tool, amplifying negotiation influence and supporting long-term success. Execution converts strategy planning, and insight into measurable outcomes, coordination of tasks, follow through on commitments, and oversight of details ensure intended results are achieved. Iterative implementation, continuous monitoring, and refinement consolidate gains, strengthen credibility, and establish a track record of consistent success. Systematic application of principles transforms potential into tangible achievement across deals and ventures. Media strategies amplify influence, shaping narratives and public perception. Consistent messaging, clear articulation, and strategic timing reinforce authority, projecting competence. Professionalism and reliability enhances credibility in negotiations and business operations. Media visibility creates leverage, awareness, and positions negotiators. Advantageously controlled narrative management guides counterpart expectations and public perception, fostering opportunities and strengthening long-term reputation. Influence extends beyond individual deals, relationships, networks, and demonstrated skill create cumulative advantage. Sustained engagement establishes trust, reliability, and authority. Repeated demonstration of competence across interactions builds credibility. Strategic alliances expand capacity to shape outcomes, and leverage strengthens negotiation position over time. Multiple sources of influence combined amplify ability to negotiate favorable terms and achieve high-impact results. Personal productivity drives consistent execution. Disciplined routines prioritize high-value tasks and maintain focus. Energy management ensures sustained performance. Attention is concentrated on initiatives with greatest potential. Effective delegation frees capacity for strategic thinking, reflection, and planning. Align daily actions with long-term objectives. Systematic review identifies gaps, optimizes execution, and maintains alignment with overarching goals. Continuous skill development enhances adaptability and decision-making capability. Negotiation psychology guides effective strategy, understanding counterpart motivations, pressures, fears, and incentives, informs proposal framing. Communication approach and response strategy, perception management, and subtle cues influence outcomes. Strategic empathy anticipates objections and reactions, shaping engagement patterns. Insight into human behavior allows creation of agreements that satisfy mutual interests while maximizing advantage. Timing, tone, and pacing enhance receptiveness. Persuasive framing directs decisions and guides conversations toward favorable resolution. Decision-making frameworks provide structure under complexity, defining objectives, mapping options, analyzing trade-offs, and establishing criteria for success. Supports clarity, rapid assessment, and consistent judgment. Structured approaches facilitate adaptation when circumstances shift. Scenario planning and contingency evaluation enable proactive rather than reactive action. Frameworks embed repeatable methodologies that strengthen reliability, consistency, and strategic confidence. Risk assessment integrates preparation, insight, and foresight. Balancing bold initiatives with measured caution ensures opportunities are maximized without overexposure. Calculated audacity generates high returns. Impulsive action is minimized. Timing and context magnify effectiveness. Anticipation of potential consequences strengthens judgment. Strategic courage allows execution that converts vision into results. Resource allocation and contingency planning mitigate exposure and protect long-term interests. Leadership frameworks enhance collective capacity, guiding teams through vision, strategy, and execution. Alignment inspires performance. Delegation with accountability ensures efficiency and execution quality. Mentorship cultivates skill within teams. Maximizing capability and productivity, effective communication motivates commitment and clarifies direction, reinforcing organizational culture. Leadership credibility sustains influence across projects and enhances capacity to achieve objectives consistently. Innovation differentiates strategic outcomes. Creative problem-solving, adaptive deals, structuring unconventional approaches, expand opportunities. Lateral thinking identifies hidden value. Responsiveness to evolving conditions converts challenges into advantage. Inventive approaches enhance negotiation effectiveness and produce high-impact results, maximizing benefit for all stakeholders. Strategic flexibility maintains leverage and opens avenues otherwise overlooked. Reflection and continuous improvement consolidate mastery, systematic review of prior actions. Outcomes and strategy embeds lessons into mental models, iterative application, strengthens judgment, foresight, and intuition. Pattern recognition informs anticipation of challenges, analysis, enhances evaluation of options, cumulative experience increases speed, quality, and precision of decisions, optimizing negotiation and execution outcomes across complex scenarios. Branding and public perception reinforce strategic positioning, credibility, authority, and consistency. Influence counterpart expectations, effective communication visibility, and reputation management support. Leverage repeated demonstration of competence, expands influence, and facilitates access to opportunities. Perception management becomes a tool to shape engagement, negotiation, and long-term relationships, creating compounding advantage. Execution translates strategy and preparation into tangible achievement, coordinated action, attention to detail, and consistent follow. Through convert insight into measurable results, iterative refinement ensures alignment with objectives and maximizes effectiveness. Integration of planning, analysis, and action solidifies credibility, establishes track record of success, and provides foundation for future ventures. Systematic practice transforms potential into realized outcomes across multiple domains. Persistence integrated with strategic patience ensures sustained momentum. Obstacles and delays are interpreted as information to refine approach. Iterative engagement reinforces credibility, reliability, and competence. Commitment is demonstrated through consistent action. Long-term vision is maintained through perseverance. Challenges are reframed as learning opportunities, setbacks become stepping stones. Iterative adjustments strengthens strategy and increases probability of success over time. Mastery in business emerges from the integration of vision, preparation, negotiation, leverage, risk management, communication, execution, and reflection. Each element reinforces the other's. Strategic clarity guides focus, preparation informs insight, observation enhances awareness, negotiation shapes outcomes, leverage amplifies influence, risk is transformed into opportunity, and execution converts strategy into tangible results. Persistence and resilience sustain momentum, reflection and learning embed experience into foresight, branding, reputation, and public perception expand influence and create compounding advantage. Success requires a mindset attuned to opportunity, boldness, and calculated initiative create disproportionate outcomes. Disciplined routines focus on high-value priorities, and continuous self-improvement maintain performance under pressure. Strategic frameworks for decision-making, negotiation, and leadership ensure consistent application of principles. Adaptability, innovation, and creative problem-solving transform challenges into opportunities and enable high-impact results across ventures. Every deal, negotiation, and interaction contributes to growth. Understanding patterns of success, analyzing outcomes, and refining approaches strengthens judgment and capacity. Strategic foresight informed by experience allows anticipation of challenges and identification of opportunities. Influence is enhanced through credibility, trust, and demonstration of capability. Relationships and networks compound advantage over time, and reputation becomes a strategic asset, reinforcing leverage and opening doors for future engagement. Leadership magnifies impact, guiding teams, delegating with accountability, mentoring talent, and aligning collective efforts with strategic objectives enhances both efficiency and performance. Vision, integrated with execution, ensures that plans are converted into results. Initiative, guided by preparation, insight, and timing, translates ideas into achievement. Innovation and creative structuring differentiate outcomes and produce value beyond conventional expectations. Persistence, patience, and resilience sustain long-term success. Obstacles and setbacks provide feedback that refines strategy and strengthens capability. Strategic engagement ensures consistent progress and momentum is maintained. Iterative adjustment transforms challenges into advantage. Reflection consolidates mastery. Continuous learning improves decision-making and strengthens foresight. Habitual application of these principles establishes a pattern of success across transactions and ventures. At the core, Achievement in business combines insight, action, and character vision, and preparation negotiation, and leverage risk management and boldness discipline, and reflection, personal productivity and focus communication, and perception influence. And innovation, each component supports and reinforces the other's mastery emerges from their integration. Consistent application produces compounding results and sustained advantage over time. Strategic clarity, decisiveness, and execution transform potential into measurable achievement and establish a foundation for continued success. The lessons from The Art of the Deal emphasize preparation, strategic vision, bold action, persistence, communication, and adaptability. Observation, negotiation, leverage, risk management, personal discipline, leadership, and reflection convert opportunity into success. Reputation, branding, public perception, and continuous learning amplify influence and create lasting advantage. These principles provide a framework not only for achieving financial goals, but also for developing a mindset capable of navigating complex, high-stakes environments. Subscribe for more.